So what I did here before starting the recording is I just selected the pieces one by one, pressing Control, all the walls and the stairs, and I copied here. There was a constraint issue, so I just removed the constraint, placed it here, rotated 90 degrees, and now I have to align it to the center. I'm going to save the project. I'm doing a line, LI, from the grid to the grid. Escape once, go for the center here, and now you just need to select everything again and move it to whatever you want. Now that was a little dummy. You can move it against the mezzanine level, but I don't have the other line, so I really need to create another line to get that middle point, no? So again, select, move from the center to the center, no? So now it's perfectly centered, and now we can do a little bit of attaching to different parts. Let's go to the 3D and see what's happening here. Okay, so I copied the walls from the level 2, not the level 1, so I know that I can just select these walls and copy them down. So I could have selected all the walls in a better way from the 3D, or make sure that I selected all the walls, but I'm just going to copy that and paste it to level 1. It comes down, and instead of copying this vertically, I need a cylinder, so I'm just going to go to level 3. Come down here and do another wall, WA, make sure it's the one we want, from the center, oops, circle, center. I'm not sure if, unless you say fine, whether the gypsum board is outside or inside. So now I see that it's outside, spacebar attached to that 3D. So I basically just create it again. No? Now I can press spacebar to get those two attached to base. I'm not going to do it in this case because I'm going to do something different. Now in this case, yes, I'm going to select this, tabbing those two attached top base to the roof. So that one's done. Now in this case, I actually want to create a rooftop, like a skylight roof made in glass here on top, and make the light go into the stairway. Okay, so how do we do that? I'm going to go first to the section or one of the elevations to see, say, section 4, 3. There we go. So I'm going to use level 5 or 6, level 6, to do my sloped skylight. So level 6. I need to be able to select my walls underneath, and I don't see them, so I change the underlay to be level 2, for example, so I can see those circles. Now if I do roof, one of the roofs that I haven't talked about is slope glazing, so that's the one we want. Now I can pick lines, the exterior ones. Basically it's telling me you cannot slope this weird thing. By the way, if you select 2 times, just make sure you Ctrl-C that and you escape before you do anything. Select the lines and don't make them slope, okay? Because we're going to do the slope through a slope arrow. So slope arrow, we press, and selecting the arrow, we're going to change the tail height and the offset of the head. So I'm just not going to change anything, 0 and 10, and see what happens. Cannot overlapping lines. Oh, yeah, so this is the problem that I have 2 lines here. Remember I selected 2. Delete. So I must have 2 lines somewhere. I'm going to select again. 1, 2. Okay, so instead of doing it and picking, I'm gonna do my own lines. So circle, and do it even a little bit bigger, why not? And okay, slope arrows, roof boundary, cancel. I think the slope is too big. Oh wait, I have defined slope. Let me see if it works now. Yeah, I think it's too much, so let's make it 2 feet. The tail slope arrow must be aligned on the roof boundary. Okay. Has to touch the limits of your roof. And let's see how that happened. It's very high, so we can now do it from the 3D by doing the base level to level 5. Let's see if it's better. Yeah, it's gonna be like a chimney, very funky. So edit footprint, I'm gonna select the arrow. I'm gonna make this 4 feet. Say okay. It's a little more angled, okay? So now I can select tabbing those walls, attach to base as if it was a roof. Now for these roofs you can also place a number of mullions or different mullion conditions. So you can say grid mullions to be, for example, let's leave, I'm not sure if those are the ones we need. Let's see 1.5 and say apply. Border type 1, 1.5 and 2.5, 2.5, apply. There's only one because we have to change the number here. Where it is? Layout. Oops. To be fixed distance. Let's say 3 feet. Apply. Come on. There you go. Now you could have selected the opposite direction, is the other grid, so just make sure that it goes along where the water should go, no? Which is in this direction. Now obviously if I go to that section, if I go to the level 1 composite, close everything, and I start moving my sections to study the building, there's obviously something, well, let me turn on the cropping view. By the way, you might have to adjust your cropping views sometimes if you're starting to add elements that go beyond that. In my case was quite obvious. Now we have obviously the roof going through my beautiful stairway light fixture here. So obviously what we need to use is what? Any ideas? Rebuild sounds too complex for this. How do we cut floors in the stairs, in the shafts and everything? We use shafts, no? So what you do is just, you can go to, by the way, you can go to levels by double clicking on the level symbol to shaft, and you can just pick lines, interior, say okay. Now we're not sure because I'm not controlling the base and top of the shaft, so I'm just going to the section, making sure that my shaft is put properly. I think it's this one, no? No. Sometimes selecting everything and shaft openings, it's over here. So you take it up. It cuts the roof if he wants to, and you move it up because you don't want to cut this floor, no? Again, the shaft could be of any profile done in plan. In this case I picked the lines from the stair itself. I picked the interior ones and I just made the cylinder cut through. Now remember, I wonder if it's cutting also the glass roof. That doesn't make any sense, no? So we probably want to take it underneath the glass skylight, no? let's go to the section. I think this didn't change much anyway. I mean, I did this a couple times, should work with no problem. This cylinder is your shaft and it's just cutting the roof, is the only thing you want to cut. If it gives you a problem, just define it again, probably. Anyway, if you go to the section now, the roof has been cut, and you even have the dash lines, as in this is what's behind. You can actually go and change the profile of your shaft. Let's go to level 5 or 4, and you can delete those and make sure that you pick the exterior ones, which makes more sense for the shaft, no? So the wall continues straight along without having the roof coming inside. It's giving a problem here. Oh, interesting. Base offset, up. It shouldn't give you this problem, so if it gives you the problem, just let me know, send me an email and we can take a look. But basically it was doing it properly before. Let me Ctrl+C that section, so it looked like that. What I was trying to fix is this problem that the roof is going into the wall, so I basically selected, I picked the lines outside of the wall, not inside, but this is quite good. Another thing you can do is a little roof here if you want, like just clicking there on that level 3, making a roof, basic roof, making a rectangle, snap into this point and this point, get rid of the slopes and make this offset minus 12 inches. Let's see if it works there. Okay, it doesn't need an offset. So huh. 6 inches. It's actually minus 6 inches. I don't know what it's doing, to be honest. 0, 12. There you go. It's 6 inches positive, so you have that beautiful detail. If you go to the section now, you have a very interesting detail there. There you go. This is pretty much how the section should start looking. So we only have one video left, is the curtain wall, so I don't want to dedicate too much time to that one, because I think should be fine. By the way, before I finish this, you should do another railing here, just going to the level 2. Let me save that. And again, you go press railing and you search for your mezzanine level. You finish here, you escape, and you start again here to that point. Escape, and you say OK. Continue. Oh, it has to be continuous. You have to do it in 2 parts, unfortunately. So say OK, and you do another one. Basically, you can select the railing, create similar from here to there. Say OK. 3D. And if you want the other railing, you select them, Control, bottom fill, and you got it. You have a nice railing. We'll take care of the doors. That's very fast and very doing, so you should know that very well. I'll cancel that.